Che. With me, I have Mr. The Real Ant-Man.
What is up, everybody? We have Wet and Wild Wednesday over here, where these guys are hitting the wet bar up and getting a little drinky drinks going on. But yeah, how's it going? How's your guys' week?
Pretty good. Still recovering
Very
over the
eventful.
weekend. Pete, how are you doing, bro? Mr. ETEP.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. It was fun this past weekend on Saturday. I had lots of fun. Definitely, I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
but yeah, we'll save it for later then.
Why don't
but
we
yes,
just talk about it now?
definitely-
Let's just get right into it.
I mean, okay, fine.
Do
Let's
we
go.
have it on
There
the...
it is. It was
Oh,
like
there we
ready
go,
to go.
There we go.
All right, let's talk about it.
Tampa Bay Comic-Con was this past weekend. We all, well, at least Pete and I went, and we had a lot of fun. It seemed like there was no pandemic whatsoever going on, and it was actually pretty nice a little bit.
Seemed kind of like almost seemed like 2 years ago, honestly. Because
Yeah.
I mean, at first it wasn't that crowded. I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of slow. But then around I think noonish or 1 o'clock, it filled up pretty quick.
Yeah,
And it seemed like business as usual.
Yeah.
So
Everything seemed business as usual. Everyone was having fun. It was a lot of cosplay. Too bad we didn't get to go to the cosplay contest. I totally forgot that was happening.
I'm not gonna lie though. And Chris can attest to that. I got a lot of people taking pictures of me and saying how good my not a lot, but I mean definitely
It's the first time for everything, Pete. I get it.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Pete was definitely a celebrity Saturday. There's no joke, no lie. That man got stopped multiple times. Like, hey, can I get a picture of you, Negan? Hey, Negan, how's it going, bro? Hey, Negan, right? Negan, yeah.
Hey, man, in a couple more years, too, Pete, you'll even fit the part more with when you get a little more grays going in there. So
I got a few grays already going. So yeah,
there you go, man.
But yeah, it
was pretty cool. I like how people are like, "Can I take your picture?" I'm like, yeah. I wasn't sure. No, don't take my picture.
So since I didn't get a chance to go with you guys, let me start with Chris. How was the celebrity guests?
We only went to David Ramsey and Kevin. The guy who voiced
Eric,
Trump. Is it Eric Vale? Eric Vale?
Eric Dale, I think it is.
We went to pretty much two celebrity panels.
How are they?
They were good. David Ramsey was very friendly. Was very kind of open to the point where he was going to spoil what was going to happen future-wise for his character.
Or not Flash, but Arrow.
Since Arrow's done, actually.
So he's now on Flash.
He's Flash. He's all over on.
The Arrowverse.
Arrowverse.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of was spoiling what was going on with that. In fact, he's going to become actually Green Lantern at some point, but they're trying to figure out how it's going to happen. But he's definitely going to take up the mantle and talk about his time in Dexter and a couple other films that he's did.
I feel like he's spoiling that to a point for you guys because he wants to amp up people watching get back people into the Arrowverse. It's been years since I've watched Arrowverse, but if they talk about putting Green Lantern in, that makes a little spark. Maybe you go back and watch it.
And he doesn't know whether it's either going to be on CW, and he doesn't know where, or it's going to be on HBO Max. It could be
Cool. Hopefully for him, it's on HBO Max because I feel like he'll have a bigger audience there.
Yeah, he probably would definitely have a bigger audience there. He was cool. He was also talking about the first time when he was doing a love scene with Jennifer Carpenter and Dexter.
Okay, yeah.
And then Michael C. Hall was back in the monitors, watching everything that was going on. And then after the scene was done, he was looking around to see what was going. See if you can see Michael, and Michael just peeked around the corner and was just like, "You did good."
Because they really have a relationship.
Yeah.
I think they're married.
I think they're married. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I think either they were dating or they were married at the time.
Yeah.
And weren't they brother and sister in the show?
Yeah, on the show.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. But okay,
just
it
a little.
works.
Very weird. And he was fun and talking, and the guys woman and man, I forgot your
And
name.
it's Eric Vale.
Eric Vale.
That's the guy who voiced Trunks in Dragon Ball Z. Eric Vale,
Yeah.
and he also, I guess, he's done other work besides, like he's done other animes as well. Like he's an English voice actor of Trunks, who's Vegeta's son in Dragon Ball Z, and yeah, he's done like I guess let's see, Fruits and Baskets, My Hero Academia, One Piece. Fairy Tale, Phoenix Wright, and also the voice of Phoenix Wright from an Ace Attorney. So,
Yes.
Objection.
Yeah, objection. Yeah. So yeah, he was real. Actually, he was really. I actually really enjoyed his because at one point there's this kind of this part-time actress, or she's kind of like trying to start off her career. And she asked a question. She was asking these questions about like what to do or voice acting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I at one point the moderator was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, we got to get to this next person." And they're like, "No, wait." He's like, "Stop! I got to answer this question," because they're like really passionate, both actors, because of the questions she was asking, because they're very good questions, and kind of trying to help her out in a sense.
That's
or
cool.
try to. He's like, "This is our craft. This is what we do," and try to help her out. Try to say like, "This is exactly what the advice I will give you." Or how to go about it, because one thing they said about voice acting, it said that they'd rather have like a real actor, to like a guy who actually acts to do voice acting, than actually someone trying to do voice acting, like go just for voice acting alone. Because they say it's actually you have to act, and even when you're doing voice acting, it's not just like, hey, let me do a voice. They actually act in a scene out. So they actually made it clear, like, yeah, it's very important that you have acting skills, and when you're doing this stuff, because it's not just like, oh, let me imitate a voice or let me copy a voice. It's much more than that. So I thought that was really cool, actually, what he did. I'm trying to find that actress too. I'm not sure who it is, who was right beside her. I want to see who that was as well. Maybe Laura Bailey. I'm not sure, but
no, it wasn't Laura Bailey.
Oh no, I know it is. Okay, here it is. Stephanie. I can't pronounce her last name. It's Stephanie Nadolonen.
Mandalorian.
Well, kind of, not really, but
so Pete, I got questions for you though, Pete. I'm hot on the press here. So, what did our friend Andy Signor school you in this year?
You know what? Okay, you know what's funny? His sign was Kevin Smith ruined He-Man. I didn't watch He-Man until last night. I actually finished He-Man.
Okay, so you couldn't really
talk about that?
with him?
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
Okay, so that was his thing. He like Andy Signal was around and asking people questions about like, oh, what do you think? Did Kevin Smith ruin He-Man? And of course I didn't watch it, but he was telling me a little bit about it. Do you want me to get to spoilers, guys? Because it's kind of spoilerish, his whole argument.
Try to be as
okay, vague as possible. Okay,
be as vague as possible. Yes.
Okay. All right. So he pretty much in the whole argument about the show is the fact that people thought it was just going to be He-Man and Skeletor, and that was the main focus, but it wasn't. He-Man and Skeletor only have like small parts in this series. It's six episodes, about 30 minutes long. It's actually mostly revolved around Teela, her character, and of course some of the other side characters too from He-Man or Masters of the Universe, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. So his argument was like, yeah, and I was like saying like, well, because I asked him, was Teela good? I mean, was she a good character? He's like, no, she's just kind of whiny, which I kind of agree. She was a little whiny. It's not the fact that she came off. There's something. Okay, something happened that I didn't really care about her character, the way her character went about it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something happened that her
like there was an event. There was an event that happened. You don't like the way her character grew from that event.
It seemed very petty.
Yeah. Okay.
The way she handled it was very, very petty, and I didn't like that. Not the. And here's the thing, though. That's funny because people are going to be like, "Well, it's a female," or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. I didn't care the way her character acted. Like I thought she definitely came out whiny and petty. And I think I don't like that. I don't have no problem with strong female characters, but the way she came about it was just bad character driven, I guess, characters. It wasn't
bad writing for
that character, yes. But there were certain moments of certain characters in that show that I really liked. Actually,
I guess being that it's Comic-Con, it makes sense that he was asking about He-Man. I feel like it's kind of a off the wall topic though for him. Like I
think the reason why, because it's hot off the kind of
yeah.
like a lot of people
I just feel like it's not something a lot of people are gonna go watch. If that makes sense.
Well, not now, because I guess
no, not even that. Like I don't even think a lot of people were gonna watch it even prior to
but
hearing
really
different.
I mean, I guess you could have talked about Black Widow, but also 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying.
It's more half off the presses kind of thing. That's probably why he brought that up, and I can see why he brought it up. Because
I just haven't heard of a lot of people watching it. You're actually the first person I know that actually even watched it. So
well,
yeah.
I actually
didn't it get canceled like right away after that?
Was that?
Didn't it get canceled like right away after that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it did or not. It's you know what? If it did, it's kind of sucks because there's a big
cliffhanger,
a huge cliffhanger actually.
Really? Okay.
Big cliffhanger in the end.
You know what my biggest problem with it is, guys, is Netflix has all this money, right? And you're telling me they can't get the rights to put the original He-Man show on Netflix so I can catch up and see what's going on prior to watching the sequel series?
No.
Why?
No, because they're spending all their resources right now on video games and other things.
Which is a horrible decision, in my opinion.
Especially if they're focusing on mobile games, it is a terrible decision.
Not even that, but look at. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I was just saying the problem with Netflix, they're more worried about quantity over quality. You know, like they have some good stuff. Like it's kind of certain things are really good from them. Like few things are really good, and other things are just kind of like. But they still get a lot of people to watch stuff. They had this show that the Outer Rim or something like that, or I forgot what it's called, but
yeah, it's the Outer Rim
or Outer Banks.
Outer Rim?
Oh, Banks. Yeah,
Outer
thank you, Chris.
Whatever. Yeah. Supposedly it's really popular and a lot of people are watching it. So they have certain things that stick and certain things, but the problem is they don't continuously.
Well, look at Manifest. Manifest got a whole new season because of Netflix.
Exactly.
It was canceled and it came back. Same with
Lucifer.
Yes, thank you. That was the show I was thinking of. Same with Lucifer.
But going back to He-Man, just trying to finish that off. There's certain elements I like. The animation was great. He's right about that. Eddie Siegler. The animation was great. It definitely the certain characters, like I don't want to say too much because then they're giving away the plot line. But anyway, and there's certain moments of certain side characters that I kind of like too. They had their moments, and it ended up a really cool cliffhanger. Overall, though, I do agree it wasn't as good as it could have been. I feel like I don't mind like the risk. I think the thing that good thing about Kevin Smith, this He-Man, he took risk. Something that I feel like they could have done the whole spiel like again He-Man, but he actually took risks with this series. So I kind of like that as well. But in overall, I can see people's arguments about it. But
so the other question I got for you, Pete, before we move on is who is the awesome Yankee fan that was giving you shit for being a loser Met fan?
His name was Rich, and I forgot his podcast, but he said he has another podcast himself.
I need to get on there, my fellow Yankee fan right there.
His name was Rich, though. He told me his name was Rich. Yeah. He also, like, he's like, hey, cool Negan costume. And they're like, oh, thanks. And all. And he's like, hey, do you want to do an interview? I'm like, sure. And that's pretty much how it started, though. I didn't know what he was going to ask, though, but it's just weird. Like, he started asking me about, like, the Yankees and Mets. And I told him, and I was real with him. I told him, yeah, I'm a Mets fan, but also, Yankees are kind of like, sometimes I like the Yankees because it's not the playoffs without the Yankees.
It's the attraction, Pete. It's the attraction of the Yankees being there. It's like the Lakers. It's like, what's the Western Conference? No, but hear me out. It's what's the
Do we have that in the stills, the Lakers?
Oh, but I feel like we should.
We should. That and actually the Knicks made a pretty good I think they got
Kemba Walker. I think that's a good move.
That is we'll talk about it a little bit later.
But but
I'm saying Comic-Con though was a lot of fun. We had a good time. I definitely spent a lot of money.
Do you know if that guy? Do you know if the guy from the other podcast? If he? I know you said his name's Rich. Did he give you the name of the podcast, or is it in the interview?
I didn't know.
He did, but we forgot.
Man, that's things. I would like to. I would like to hook up with him. Maybe do a little cross promotion. Yeah.
His name was Rich. I forgot the podcast he said he was on. I can't. The worst part about it, they don't give you cards or anything. Some of these guys, I a lot
We
of
should
these.
have cards made
I
up.
know. I talked to a lot of these
We
vendors
should have
too.
shirts wearing. We should have wearing shirts and crap too.
Yeah.
I know. We should have. But you know, the cool. You know, I gotta make one thing about Comic-Con. Everybody I talked to, like from like some of the comic book the guys who do the drawings, and you know, like a lot of just everybody's really cool, very cool, very nice.
Yeah. Like they want to talk to you, kind of thing. It's kind of like going to a indie game. Like I don't know if you guys went to one, but like an indie game conference.
Like
Yeah,
PAX.
Like when I went to PAX East, it was like they were begging to talk to you, kind of a thing, to show you what they did.
Dude, I had to. It sucks because a couple of guys had to kind of almost walk away because I had other things to do. I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, man, I gotta go, man." Because he kept on talking to me, and I'm just kind of like, "I gotta go," and I don't have enough time. But they're real cool guys, though. A lot of these guys, I was surprised how cool they were, how personable. Because these guys, some of these guys were artists. Like these guys are, bought like certain, photos. I actually kind of show you a couple of them.
Actually, I left Pete alone talking to a dude for like 30 minutes. I went to go sit down somewhere because I was been standing all day, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go sit down." Came back 30 minutes later. This dude's still talking to Pete.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. This is the guy who I was talking to right here. So it's kind of like Michael Myers versus the symbiote. Then you got like Jason and Venom.
That's cool.
And then you got like Carnage and Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, very cool.
Yeah. So I got like real cool stuff.
You got to frame those, Pete, and hang those.
Oh, I know, dude. I'm gonna frame all of these. That's why I'm kind of like, dude. This is okay. This is. I know you're gonna appreciate this hat. Look at this right here.
That's sick. Yeah, that's because it's all the '90s cartoon style too. So
yeah, but it's almost like if you look close, it's more, mature kind of looking.
Yeah. Yep. That's really cool.
Yeah, dude. I actually love this one. So this was so cool. But yeah. But I'll frame all of them because I don't want to really mess with them because they're not framed yet, so I don't want to really.
The cool thing is that those are all drawn, right? Those are so I mean, those are originals. Like that's the really cool part about all that.
Drawn and signed. And dude, check this out. One more thing.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Do you recognize this, Ant?
Just don't get your hand cut by it, Pete.
I won't. Do you recognize this?
I don't.
Go closer to the blade. Go closer to the handle.
Is it Kill Bill?
No. Look at the
closer.
symbols.
I can't.
Enhance.
I see a paw.
What do you think it looks like?
The brim of the handle is where you need to focus on that.
What do you think it looks like, Ant?
Looks like a sword, Pete. I have no clue.
From what movie? Come on, Ant.
I am at loss.
All right, I'll give you a hint. Well, it's going to give you a hint. Daywalker.
Daywalker? Oh, from Blade. Nice.
Yeah. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. I had to buy that. That was $80 right there, but I had to buy it. Dude.
Look at you, man.
Money
bags over here.
Chris,
Pete went on a lot. He bought like 3 or 4 swords.
Dude, these swords were legit, though. Legit.
What other swords did you get, Pete?
No, I got a couple other from my friend. Like a friend wanted them to buy it, so I got a couple other from him. He paid me back, but yeah, I got a couple other.
Slicing and dicing mofo's up there.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, I'm sorry. I got to say one thing, dude. Okay, so I went as Negan. I had my heavy ass fucking coat, a scarf underneath, a glove, and I was carrying these 3 swords plus the Negan bat, literally for half an hour. Not
good exercise,
fun.
Pete.
Not fun whatsoever.
Hey,
it was brutal. Hey, what's up, Shauna? It was brutal.
How's it going, Shauna?
But
and the thing was, you guys wanted to keep walking around more. I'm like, dude, we gotta get to the car. I mean, you guys want the stuff will still be here when we get back.
I know, but it's just like you don't understand. It's a kid in a candy store for me, dude.
No, I get it. I was there with you. I get it.
You can attest to that. For me, it's a kid in a candy store. I'm like literally at one point, Chris can attest to this. I looked over there. I'm like looking at this painting and looking. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like it's just like certain things are just like, oh, that's really awesome. I kind of want it, but I can't. Kind of thing.
I wanted the Grogu statue that I took a picture of, but it's $400, and I'm like, no.
I know, but it's so good. It's so awesome, dude. It's like,
Is that what they call it nowadays? Walking?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of walking that day.
Oh, dude, it was. But you know what though? It was all worth it. I love. I honestly am going to do this every year now. I think I'm probably going to cosplay every year too. I'm actually might go with Negan, either that or Macho Man, either or. I think that's the two people I'm probably going to do my cosplay about. I don't know what else I can pull off with the beard and all that in my look, but I think those are the only two guys I can pull off probably. So unless you guys have something else in mind, I may Eddie Guerrero. I can maybe try to do him. Maybe I don't know.
Probably Eddie Guerrero, but I don't think anyone would really notice Eddie Guerrero, Pete.
No, they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't.
Probably goes Negan again since it's like the last season of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go because I feel like Negan. You know, I have the beard to look, and also have like the all the stuff, so that's easy to go as Negan. So I'll probably do that again. But you know, it's just like that's a cool. I think the only thing about cosplaying is the fact that I feel you gotta look the character in order to do the character. I feel like some costumes are really cool, but they're so expensive. And I feel like it's just putting the costume on. What I like cosplay is more like also looking the part as well. Like there's one guy who was literally Bernie Sanders, who had to hold the gloves and the cross the leg thing. And dude, this guy was straight up in character
the whole time. We were like standing in a section for like maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and this guy was literally just like the whole time. I'm like,
like this, like that, with the gloves, the mask. Yeah, the whole shebang, dude, and he pulled it off perfectly. Yeah, but it's that's what I'm saying though. It's all about like Ant. You would have been great as Mario. Just get a big mustache.
Why Mario?
Mario, dude, you pull it off, man.
Let's be Mando. Just put a mask on. You won't even see me the whole time.
That's costume, dude. You can't do costume. You have to play the character.
I would be playing the character.
You got to be the character.